Let's start with the nation.
That's the job.
CBN Axis Bank chiefs with toxic loans. Tributes rain for Edwin Clark. He died yesterday in 1928 to 2025. Anxiety in Osun as police confirm 6 dead in violence. With $23.9 billion asset, Dangote is 86th world's richest. Let's talk about Chief Edwin Clark for a second.
Yeah, so Chief Edwin Clark passing was a very sad one, obviously. Even though he wasn't a young person, you know, but
that's shut down Lagos.
That kind of party. One of the quotes that highlights that was the quote by Tompolo, High Chief, Doctor Government, known as Tompolo. He said, I was shocked. This news was a rude shock to me. I wasn't expecting this kind of news. Even though he is old, he was full of life and kicking. Hence, we were surprised to hear of his passing. And it also was reflected in many of the governors. Like almost every governor was talking about him, especially the governor of Delta State, who said he mourns the passing of the elder statesman, said he was a patriot, a role model, and that to the people of Niger Delta region, he was their champion, bold, outspoken, fearless. He stood resolute in crusading for fairness and equity and justice for the region. His exit is also a personal loss because he's someone that they said he shared a lot of wisdom and he had a zest for life. So one of the things that kept coming up was that even though he was 97, he was very involved in what was going on. He was, you know, it wasn't like some people.
Cerebral.
Yes, he was very cerebral. He was contributing. He was sending messages. PANDEF, that's the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, Ijaw Youth Forum, Ijaw Youth Council, Worldwide Ikwere People, Pan-Yoruba Sociocultural Group, that's the Afenifere, Indigo as well. A lot of all this because he was very involved. If you don't know about Pa Edwin Clark, please take the time to read about him.
We have two heavyweights that died within
just
days.
a few days. We lost the Adebanjo as well as Pa Edwin Clark. And these are people that fought. They are part of those that fought for our democracy, fought even before then, kept speaking truth to power during military reign. And it's important that our young ones, I think all the schools, when they resume, should highlight these two heroes.
History?
Heroes, so that we can also raise role models to say these people were.
History is back. So I actually forgot to mention the very important editorial here on the front page of The Nation. It's from the historian. President Tinubu wipes out long outstanding pension backlog. This is a huge feat from the National Pension Commission. PENCOM commends the president for the approval of 758 billion naira bond to settle long-standing pension liabilities under the contributory pension scheme. This, according to them, this action marks a watershed moment in Nigeria's pension administration, reaffirming the president's unwavering commitment to the welfare of retirees. This is important because we've always talked about the fact that many pensioners never got their money over 10 years. Some have died waiting for their pension. So this is a big feat for Nigerians.
So the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Igbetoko, has said his administration inherited a 13-year backlog of unsettled insurance claims meant for the families of deceased police officers.
That's bad.
He spoke yesterday in Abuja at the unveiling of the Police Insurance Claims Management Portal and presentation of checks to the next of kin and beneficiaries of the deceased police officers. So the News Agency of Nigeria had the report, and they said that the inauguration of a specialized training program for insurance desk officers nationwide. And I said at the outset of his administration, he met an alarming backlog of this unsettled insurance claim from 2010 to 2023. He says this is an unfortunate reality. This has left the families of our deceased officers in financial distress, a situation we found unacceptable and determined to change. So he says we took immediate steps to engage defaulting insurance providers and enforce compliance, through which with the determined efforts everybody put together, they have made remarkable progress. He says prior to yesterday's event, the administration had disbursed claims to 6,465 beneficiaries at 8 separate presentations, amounting to 17 billion naira. They said in continuation of the commitment as well, another tranche of payments amounting to 3 billion will be disbursed to 706 beneficiaries, covering the insurance policies from the year 2020 to 2024. I think this is a good one. When you put in the work, you should, get what is
It's
supposed
not,
to come to you.
it's not that. This one is those that hurt
outstanding.
themselves.
Yes, heroes
People
that have lost
who
their
died
lives, yes, in the
and
line
injured
of
themselves
duty.
are not getting the necessary compensation. But you know
Very
that the
bad.
system will not make them audit these ones, because you know you cannot call out your bosses, but we need to audit those that have let this compile for so long.
I'm
Because
glad that
some
they're
people
paying
have
now.
lost their lives because they couldn't get the compensation they should, and it's very unfair.
Very unfair. Okay, so I have the story of Osun State in summary, and there was a little bit of fight in Osun State. They said at the end of the day, yes, they said the appeal judgment sacked chairman and reinstated the sacked chairman and councillors in 30 local governments. But then they said that in that process, they said there was a fight, and then the PDP and APC supporters were struggling to gain control, but they were not able to do that. At the end of the day, they said the Osun State Police Command confirmed that 6 people were killed during the crisis, and they said many people were hospitalized as well. And they said there's their spokesman, Opalola, said that before this ugly incident, that various groups were called into meeting by the Commissioner of Police to ensure peace, but things went awry. But they said all investigations into the killings is ongoing, and they said perpetrators will face the full wrath of the law. And they also urged residents to come as police work to restore peace in their various local government areas.
So bank directors with non-performing bank directors with non-performing insider-related loans have been given a quit order by the CBN. They have to step down immediately, according to Central Bank. So the Apex Bank gave the directive in a circular signed by the acting director in charge of banking supervision, that's Mr. Adedeji, and was sent to banks on Monday. So according to the CBN, the move will eliminate insiders' abuses, strengthen corporate governance, and improve risk management in the banking sector. The circular reads that the directors with non-performing insider-related facilities are required to step down immediately from the board, while the bank should commence immediate remediation of the loans through the recovery of the collaterals. Okay, moving on quickly now to the Punch. Workers in 109 embassies groan over 6 months unpaid salaries. Immigration arrests 40 illegal migrants in Oyo. Lagos Assembly says Tinubu's wife not involved in crisis. Osho crisis. Police go after killers. Local government poll holds on Saturday. Ukraine protests exclusion as US-Russia raise team to end war. John Vance UK agency invests $40.5 billion to expand Nigeria's cocoa industry. 54 trillion naira budget, excuse me.
Sorry.
National Assembly raises recurrent vote, cuts 500 billion naira from the capital spending. Dangote's wealth rises to $24 billion after refineries operations, and inflation drop. Experts demand lower interest rate. Okay, let's take one story for the break.
Okay, so they said, I have a story of the immigration arresting 40 illegal migrants in Oyo. They said operatives of the Nigeria Immigration Service have arrested 40 illegal immigrants at different locations in the Akinyele local government area of Oyo State. They say 27 are from Cameroon, 2 are from Ghana, 10 Benin Republic, and 1 is from Togo. They said of the 40 arrested, 8 are female and 32 are male, all between the ages between 18 and 35. And they said that 10 of them are farmers, while 30 claim to be involved in online marketing. They said all the 40 foreigners, all of them came in through unauthorized routes, and that they don't have residence cards and travel documents during the interrogation. So they said the Controller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service came in and has ordered that necessary actions be taken to repatriate the foreigners back to their country.
We just enter trucks and enter our country, and that's it. They just start doing stuff.
They didn't even, there's a lot of them from Niger. So we don't know.
Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.